How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel in a brand new video. So today we're going to be reading through One Piece chapter 1065. And really, what else can I say other than what I've already been saying ever since the Egghead Island arc started? But these chapters have been on point. Egghead Island arc, it's just only begun. But there's been so many important details being revealed and so many things are happening. You know, just to name a few, we finally found out the relationship of Bonnie with Kuma, father-daughter. Dr. Vegapunk, we're learning more about him. Turns out that CP0 is on their way to Egghead to kill Dr. Vegapunk for whatever reason. And Lucci, to everyone's surprise, is kind of on the fence about the whole thing. Like why are we going to go ahead and kill the genius scientist that has been of use to the government for who knows how long, you know what I'm saying? And also we got Blackbeard versus Law. That fight was pretty sick. I love that fight because, you know, we were looking at Blackbeard versus Law and we were like, okay, Blackbeard's crew is freaking OP. They're freaking broken as heck, right? Law's crew, what really have they done? We haven't seen anything from them. But dang, dude, they freaking showed up, dude. They're turns out they're freaking monsters in the water, right? So that fight was pretty cool to see. And then at the end of the last chapter, we got, it turns out that Dr. Vegapunk is all like, hey, you know what? One of the curses of being a genius scientist is that you can see everything coming, you know what I'm saying? And he was all like, and I feel, you know, just paraphrasing, of course, and Vegapunk was all like, you know, I feel like I'm going to die very soon, you know, and he was saying this to Dragon. So now we have this whole thing going on about what the heck, you know, Dragon and Vegapunk know each other. What's their connection to each other? How much does it, you know, how much trust do they have in each other? All that stuff. So it's interesting. There's been so many interesting things happening in Egghead Island. So definitely one of my favorite arcs so far. And like I said, it's only just begun. So pretty good arc so far. So, chapter 1065 is this week's chapter, brand new. So, let's just go ahead and get into the reading. One Piece chapter 1065, The Six Faces of Vegapunk. The reason they stayed on the ship. Lab Stratum, Egghead, the island of the future. The way I see it, when it comes to a government island, you gotta think about who's gonna be around to bail them out if they get caught. Yo ho ho ho, I was thinking the same thing. Would you care for some tea? Excuse me, sirs. You're still here? Hang on. Just give me a moment of your time. I know our deal was to drop me off anywhere away from Wano, but I didn't think we'd be heading for a government island. I heard you helped our captain out. Appreciate it. See you around. These jerks. I'll remember this. Lab. Whoa. The stairs are moving. New steps are sprouting out of the ground. What kind of setup is this? How's it powered? You could say the whole island runs on fire. After all, you can convert its power into any kind of energy. Doesn't that burn through a load of natural resources? I'm always looking into alternative fuels. If only there was such a thing as an eternal flame. Then I'd be able to make my very own sun. A sun? What the? She's going right through the wall. Okay. Lilith. Hey, open up. Lilith, stop diddly-daddling and walk through. You should never let your own senses dupe you. What is it, Edison? Okay, they're sliding through. We passed through too? No way. It's turned back into solid metal again. So this is the lab. Where did Lilith get to? Hey. Y'all can keep going dead ahead. How the heck does that work? Vegapunk Edison. Howdy. Now just keep walking like I said. Let's look for some future treasure. Future treasure? Like what? Like a flower made entirely out of exquisite antique gems. That's a weird fantasy. I can't tell if your taste is closer to a little girl or an old hag. Okay. Future kick. Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Jinbei? I don't think that's him. Doesn't he look a little too young? Oh, dang, that's a freaking Seraphim Jinbei. Dang, alright. Doesn't he look a little too young? Well, my first guess would be he's his son. Yeah, but on second thought, maybe Jinbei was somehow turned into a kid? Nah, I'm going with option 3. It's a coincidence. I mean, the kid's got wings, although there's an ominous air about him. Out with it. Who the heck are you? He may look like a kid, but he's just as big as the real Jinbei. I've got a bad feeling. There's a fourth possibility. He's a pacifista. Yep, that's the one. Okay. I gotta say, young Jinbei in Seraphim mode, he looks freaking sick. I like him. Looks cool. Alright. Seraphim number 4. Okay. Alright, next page. Dang, that's a freaking powerful explosion. What the heck? Taking up the whole panel there. Yeah, this was all one giant trap? We should have known the government was never going to roll out the red carpet. Does that mean they're using a clone of Jinbei as a soldier? But he's still a kid. I don't really want to fight him. See? There you go, right? So what were we talking about, right? When the Seraphims first got introduced, and it was revealed that I guess Vegapunk was responsible for them. One thing that was easily apparent to me, that easily clicked, is like, wow, dang, they're making weapons in the form of children, because we know, like, people are gonna hesitate to fight children, and now we're getting proof of that with Nami. You know, Nami loves kids. She helped the kids in Punk Hazard. She's very she's kind to children. So of course she's not gonna want to fight somebody that looks like Jinbei in child form. But let's see what happens. All right, so Nami's kind of hesitating right now. She says, "I really don't want to fight him." Next page. He's beeping. Jinbei's beeping. Dang. Huh? He's got fruit powers? What's going on? Should I pop out to help? Not yet, Zeus. Hey, I know that. Oh, no way. Is that freaking Senor Pink? Yo, dude, hold up. Because, yeah, he went underground. He, like, freaking... What's Senor Pink's dough fruit? I forgot the name of it. But he could freaking swim through land and all that. And freaking Seraphim Jinbei just, like, dove underwater, under land. And then Frankie is all like, hey, I know that ability. You know, it's interesting that they make Frankie say that. That's got to be Senor Pink's ability. Dang, Nami got wrecked. She can't believe it. She's like, Jinbei. Okay. That's it. You just signed your own death warrant. I don't give a crap whether you're Jinbei or not. Okay. Dang, Sanji going in. Robin transforming. Gigante Flor. What he said. Dang, I love this panel of Robin right here. Look at her face. Fierce. Fierce looking eyes. Dang, she's intense. Focused. What he said. That was unforgivable. Sea Serpent. I like this. I like how they're demonstrating a lot more of Robin. I like that a lot. Nice panel. Alright, Sea Serpent. Seraphim Jinbei's not even phased. He's just staring. Snapdragon Spank. Okay. Get out of there, Robin. So you can use Fishman Karate too? Okay, now Usopp's turn. Lethal Green Star. Skull Exploding Grass. I know this isn't Jinbei, but this still feels messed up. He's gone. Nope. Jinbei's still there. Clutch. Usopp. I've got this, Sanji. Usopp, don't move a muscle. Radical. Watch it. Shark. Beam. Radical beam. Dang. He just used a beam. Who in tarnation is this guy? The heck is this, Howie? Okay. Who in tarnation is this guy? Reckon this is getting real risky. The Seraphim's still just a kid. We ain't meant to put it through a laser test till later. Dr. Vegapunk Edison. Okay. You said it. Does he have the faintest idea how much one seraphim costs? I'll rip his blasted skull off. Ah, wouldn't go that far. Don't you think that's a bit too evil? Oh, Eureka! Ah, I've just thought up a new invention. I'll leave the rest to you, Pythagoras. I have to jot down the blueprints right away. Of course. You don't come across battle data this rich every day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's get some input. Input. My hands are always so full. At this point, I'd even take help from the cat. Meow. Okay, Dr. Vegapunk. Pythagoras, that's wisdom. Okay. The ideas won't stop flowing. York, be a doll and eat something for me. Sure thing. Munch, munch. Chomp, chomp. Oh, dude, anytime I see munch, munch, like, my natural instinct was to go for Urasawa's monster. The Nameless Monster book within his series. Johan and... Anyway, moving on. Back to One Piece. Delicious. Bring seconds for Dr. York. Her current BMI is over 600. The Seraphim's attack patterns have continued to develop as it grows. That suggests that one's lineage factor really does store some of our recollections and capabilities. We should try and accelerate their growth, although that presents new obstacles. Green blood concentration has risen, and heart rate is up to 90 beats per minute. Ah, I really need the toilet. I'd go myself, but I can't afford to waste any time. Flush, okay. What the heck is this? Okay. That hit the spot. Gotta punch something to help me digest. So sleepy. Dr. York, on today's... What the heck is that? 4th SDN cycle. Snack dump. Okay, I got it. Okay. So this is Dr. Vegapunk York Desire. Okay. Carry over all the materials Dr. Pythagoras. Needs. Also, Dr. Edison is prepping for another experiment. Get to simulation room 88. Okay. That's enough, Seraphim. Return. I can't move. Edison, Lilith, Pythagoras. You three have had your fill too, right? Ah, what a shame. Of course. That scoundrel butts in when things finally get good. Eureka. I'm Dr. Vegapunk. Shaka. You must be the Straw Hat Pirates. So this is Dr. Vegapunk. Logic. Dr. Vegapunk, Shaka, Logic. Okay. That's us. So he's like, you must be the Straw Hat Pirate. This Vegapunk looks sick. Looks straight out of something from Pluto. Astro Boy. Anyway, moving on. So he's asking, you must be the Straw Hat Pirates. And they're all like, that's us. What the hell did you do to our shoes? They're stuck to the floor. Dom shoes can be magnetically disabled at any point while in the laboratory. So you're saying resistance is futile then? I know better than to let my guard down around pirates. Wait, we've already met 2 Vegapunks. That woman and the other one on the speaker. Yes, but I am also Dr. Vegapunk. Oh yeah. Did I forget to mention I'm Vegapunk too? Would you cut it out? Do you think this island looks like the future? It's beyond the future. I mean, just look at those mecha sea beasts. There's also Vegaforce 01 and the island Aircon 2. This is as futuristic as it gets. I've never seen anything like this place before. For real, what kind of goodies are you making here? I want to take a full tour. Take it all in. There's no way you and I wouldn't get along. Okay. It's actually quite the contrary. This is an island of the past. Huh? Check it out, Chopper. You can tell because it's all rusted and stuff. It's real metal, not another hollow thing. Whoa. What the heck? Could something like this really move? If it could, how is it that level? If it could, how is that level of tech possible for something so ancient looking? What do you mean by past? Well, what if I were to tell you that long ago there was once a highly advanced kingdom, not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology. Okay, hold up. A civilization from 900 years ago. Would you believe me? 900 years ago? Yo, what was the world like back then? And that's going to be the end of chapter 1065. Interesting. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It seems like all these chapters that have been released, every single Egghead chapter so far, the ending is like incredible. They throw out so much key information. What the heck? Okay, so this Dr. Vegapunk is essentially saying, all right, this Dr. Vegapunk is saying, what if he was all like, Frankie's all kind of like gushing and freaking hype about this. He's like, Frankie's all like, this is the island of the future, all this is like future stuff right here. And then this Vegapunk is all like, actually, it's quite the contrary. This is an island of the past. And then Frankie's like, what the heck? And then we cut to a scene. We see Luffy, Chopper, Bonnie, and Jinbei. They're apparently face to face with this thing right here. Now, to me, this giant, what is this? It's Jinbei calls it a level of tech. So let's just call it a robot. Whatever this technology piece is, this thing is crazy. It looks freaking sick. The first thing I thought of is that this thing right here kind of reminds me of a giant. Like, I forget the names of the giants who lived in Elbaf that Big Mom ended up killing. And also the giant... Why can I not remember the name? The giants that were fighting in Little Garden Arc that showed up again in... Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? And okay, so it's because of the helmet. Because of the helmet and the horns. It's giving me giant type vibes, all right? But back to the main point. Vegapunk over here is saying... He's answering Frankie's question. What if I were to tell you that long ago there was once a highly advanced kingdom, not unlike Egghead when it comes to technology, a civilization from 900 years ago? Would you believe me? 900 years. This is going to get crazy because now, what does that mean? The Void Century, the ancient kingdom that got erased from history. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy right here. We're gonna get some crazy information. This is big news, and not to mention that Robin is here with Robin is with part of the group that is with Vegapunk right now. So you already know that she's gonna freaking dig in and ask questions. And dang, okay. Egghead Island arc is so sick, dude. Like I said in the beginning, this arc is only just in the beginning stages, right? It's just only beginning. But we are getting so much information. Every chapter so far has been important, especially the endings. Like the entire chapter could be, it builds a story, it could be wacky, silly, whatever the heck. But then you wind down and the last couple pages, panels, they just throw out freaking bombshells at you. You know what I'm saying? Just like that, right? So this is crazy. So now we're finally gonna get at least some type of information about the ancient kingdom, the Void Century, all the blank period that was erased from history. Everything that the government doesn't want us to know, we are probably gonna start learning about in this chapter through Vegapunk. Now it's starting to make sense. Okay, so Vegapunk has all this knowledge. He is an Egghead. He currently lives in Egghead Island, where there are signs of this advanced civilization. So now I'm starting to see why the government kind of wants to take him out. They just want to freaking nuke him from existence. Interesting. Really interesting here. Dang. I really like how this was done, because we had Vegapunk explaining to the crew and us, the reader, about, what this island really is all about. And then we just cut to Luffy and his crew just running into this massive robot piece of technology that's just rusted over. And by the looks of it, this thing looks like it was part of a war. Like, it's freaking broken down, it's rusted over, it looks like it got impaled here by a sword or something, I don't know. And then there's junk all over the place around it. And you can tell how big this thing is because look at the size. Jinbei's not small. Jinbei is not a small human, fishman. He's not a small individual, right? But dang, look how much this thing towers over the crew. And there's a tree on the side here. You know, there's a couple trees here and there. Bigger than the trees. And you got to take into account that whatever this thing is obviously not at its prime, not at its peak. It's obviously broken down, rusted, so it's going to be smaller than it was in its prime. But even then, you could see how freaking massive this thing is. This is going to get crazy, dude. Like, this is going to get crazy. Dang, this is an island of the past. Wow. So, is it possible that, you know, when Vegapunk says this is an island of the past, I'm kind of thinking, okay, is it possible that the ancient kingdom, could it have been related to Egghead Island? Or, like, was Egghead Island built over it? Or, you know, what's the deal here? There's so many ways that this could go down. But dang, dang. So even back in the day, 900 years ago, they had all this advanced technology. Dang. And you could see how Luffy's just amazed at how cool the robot is. But Chopper, Bonnie, and Jinbei, they're kind of in awe, in disbelief at how something like this could exist. You know, whereas Luffy is just kind of admiring, just being Luffy. These other three are like, oh, like, this is big right here. Like, wow. And Jinbei recognizes, you know, how can this level of tech be possible for something that looks so ancient? And then, of course, we cut to Vegapunk saying, long ago, there was a once highly advanced kingdom, civilization from 900 years ago. Would you believe me if I told you that? He's asking. And then the caption, of course, at the end says, what was the world like back then? I hope we get more information. I hope next week's chapter just carries on and continues this. I don't want them to tease us and then freaking leave us hanging. Like, it's going to be cruel because we have not gotten any information about the Void Century or the Ancient King. We haven't gotten any of that. We know what it is. We know what happened. We've gotten hints here and there. But this is the closest we've gotten to somebody actually knowing about the civilization. I hope next week's chapter continues off where this one left off, right here. This is massive right here. Great chapter. What a way to come back. So much information. Like, Egghead Island is sick, dude. Like, I'm just repeating myself. I think this is going to be this is going to go down as one of the most important arcs in One Piece. Like, every single arc has its importance and adds to the story. And, you know, it does all of that really well. But Egghead Island, so far, the way it's shaping out to be, like, it's shaping up to be possibly one of the most important arcs in the story. And it's not even done. Like, it's just beginning. I wonder how long this arc is going to be. It feels like right now, it feels like this arc is going to be very short, kind of like, let's just say like 20 chapters or so. Kind of like a Zoe type of arc. And that's the vibe that this Egghead Island arc is giving me. It might be a short arc packed with information. Because it seems like really the purpose of this arc is for the Straw Hats to gain intel, to gain information, and to really discover more about the One Piece world and why it is the way it is and what their next move should be going forward. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the guys, because there's no real, as of right now, there's no real heel. I mean, seems like the bad guys are going to be CP0 coming in trying to kill Dr. Vegapunk. Then Straw Hats will have to protect them, and Vegapunk's probably going to fight alongside them. And then who knows what's going to happen. But it seems like this could be an arc that can be very short and resolved within like 20 chapters or so. There's a lot of information here. It's crazy. Man. One Piece is great. I love it. Love it so much. Anyway, that's going to do it for my reading. One Piece chapter 1065. Great chapter, like I said. This was my first impression of the chapter. It's great. I love it. Great arc. Great chapter. Can't wait to see more. So, like I said, that's going to do it for this week's reading. Let me know what y'all thought about this chapter. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe out there. Take care. And I will see you in the next video.